Greetings everyone and welcome back to Astroneer. I hope your weekends were wonderful and those of you who celebrate certain holidays had a good one. Really, my base is locked away. Why? Base? Oh goodness, really. Will you please fix yourself? Silly base. It's confused. I just need to remind it where things are. There we go. I think that's more or less sorted. I'm not entirely certain. I don't entirely trust you. I've got to be honest, Astroneer. You and train modification is kind of a love-hate relationship in my opinion. Let's just update that. There we go. Oh, over there as well. Fine, fine, fine. There we are. I think everything is okay now. Mostly. Kind of. Possibly okay. Right. Well, what I would like is to get some resin over here. But I want to build this up a little bit, you see. I would super duper like it if this resin would just rise up a tad. Can we get you to come up? What I really would like is for you to step up. Can we get that to happen? Right there. Can we get this up? Yes. Perfect. That is exactly what I wanted. Thank you. Now, what I'm trying to achieve here, if it isn't clear, is I'm trying to get a couple of nodes up to the roof. Or rather, what will be the roof. Now, I do need to push this area back a little bit to make that work for me. There we go. And ultimately, I would like a couple of nodes up and around here that will allow me to get... Well, you know what? I could build it here. I should really check how much resin there is first before I do that. Because if I don't, then the thing that's going to happen is there won't be enough resin to finish my plan. So... Oh, there's some resin there. Okay, so we've got 2 resin. I could make this into a launch platform, but if I can, I'd like to take it up 1 or even 2 more steps first. So we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to head over to our little cave. I do need to build up a ramp there so I can get my truck down. But we're going to go grab a bunch more resin, maybe a little bit of compound as well, because I need to make a seat on my truck before I can actually use it for anything. And then we are going to... I would like to build a trade beacon. Now, before you worry, my goal is not to use hydrazine in any way for the trading. What I'd like to do is just use regular items that I gather from around the planet. So anything I smelt myself is fair to trade. Because that doesn't feel broken, or at least it doesn't feel too broken. Right, is there any more resin around here? There's a little tiny bit. But not much. Really not much, so... Maybe... Because the thing is... No. I think it would be wise for me to set up the... It would be very wise for me to set up the trade depot there. Rather than expand out and then have to find more resin to be able to finish what I wanted to do. Yeah. Okay. Well, it was good that we checked it. I'm going to need to grab a little bit of compound as well for our vehicle. So just around here is good enough. Just need a little bit. Just enough to make a seat. Because then we can take her out. So I need 2, I think, in total for a seat. Oh, there's so much down here. It's harder to find, but there's enormous amounts of it when you find it. Which is just grand. We got all of the compound yet? No, not even close to all of the compound yet. There we are. We'll fill up 1 more, I think. There we go, that's good enough for now. That is plenty of compound. Okay, so we're going to be making a trade depot. Now that may require that we go and harvest some malachite. I think the trade depot requires copper. Which is just as well. We know where there's a couple of places for malachite. And I'm going to start making a few beacons. In fact, let me make a beacon just over here. I would like to be able to find this place again in the future. Without needing the tethers. Because ultimately... I'd like to have it where I can just park the truck just about here, and it links up to the tether network for me. I don't need to tether all the way back to base, and I'll just drop a couple of markers around the world at locations which are particularly interesting to me. For example, the sites of mines. Now, I wonder how the Sarlaccs will react to a truck. Would a truck be able to safely drive over a Sarlacc pit? I'm not sure that's something I should ever try and find out, frankly. I think that might be death. I'll take you. Pop that up there. One there as well. Bump. Well, that has ruined this a little bit. Can I get that in at all? No, that's a shame. Oh well. We'll just smooth this out a little bit, I think. Just around about here. Just fill this area out. Smooth it ready for any eventual launches we have. Out there as well. There we are. That'll do. Right, so we can have a printer, but that's not what we want. We don't want a fuel condenser. We want a trade platform. Oh, 2 aluminium for that one. Okay, well that's actually not what I was expecting, but not hard to do either. So we need a seat. Let's go ahead and provide the necessary components and build a 1 seat. Unfortunately, it is going to be printed onto the truck itself, and once it's done, we're not getting that out, which is a bit of a shame. You can go there. You can refill that up for me. I'm going to be taking the generator with us. Though that being said, I should probably have the generator over here for a moment, just so that I can fill up that battery. There we go. We could... Well, we are going to need a large storage, because this truck is going to be here just for gathering materials. So let's go ahead. In fact, why am I doing it this way? Why don't I just move this over there? There we go. That for there. And we can just quickly fill that out. We want a storage. No, not a crane. A storage which requires more compound. Well, damn and blast. Okay. Well, I guess we could just bring this with us for now. Go ahead, pop that there. And sure, we're going to untether it. I should build a ramp though first. So you know what? I'm going to work on that first, because we want a nice easy way to get up here. So I will bring you back when that is done. Oh dear. Well, just as well that I had finished most of this and I'm ready to kind of build this up. Now, a lot of people in the comments have said that the storms on the irradiated world aren't actually deadly like the storms on Terra were. They don't hurl boulders at you. I'm not entirely sure I believe them, but we'll for science it while I'm sat here in the base, because I'm not going to have to go very far to get my body back if it does work out that they were just having me on. They were yanking my crank, pulling my leg, telling me fibs, trying to get me killed, basically. Right, let's dig that back just a little bit. We're just creating a bit of a barrier wall, and no, I saw no giant rocks being flung at me. This is good. But here we are. There's a little bit of a barrier here. I think this will work. Let's go ahead and grab you. Can I get this to go back? So, there we go. I'm going to bring this along so that I can actually charge it up whilst we're out and about. And we are going to go and look for a little bit of aluminium. Now, we've seen a fair bit of that around. We've got a solar panel. And I also want the coal generator on here as well for nighttime. We don't need a whole lot. Should be fine. Right, let's see if this ramp is okay for us. It shouldn't be too steep. It is fairly steep, though, still. Not amazing. Do I have any compound on me at all? I've got enough for some tethers. Let's go ahead and grab some tethers. I'm also going to go and take back all the tethers leading down to the mine back there. I may just grab some compound, actually. I'm not sure. No, I'll go and grab the tethers, because that's ultimately what I want to work with. Ah! Okay, these rocks. Really annoying. Very well. Also, Sarlacc pit. Let's avoid the Sarlacc pits for now. Let's not, for science, our truck in a Sarlacc pit just yet. We've only just got the thing. Once we've got a trade beacon, then we will consider the alternatives. We'll consider possibly losing a truck to a Sarlacc pit, but let's not do that when we still need the truck to get everything done. Now, one thing I wanted to bring you back just to cover is that although I built my own set of tethers, a full set of tethers, I've been picking up tethers, but they have not created another set. I'm a little bit concerned that we've just wasted a bunch of tethers. I mean, it's not a huge waste, I guess. We've got compound for days, but still, on a planet where compound took us so long to get any of, I'm not completely down with the idea of just throwing our tethers away. Kind of upsets me, actually. I'm not okay with this. No, out you scallywag. Come on. Really wish the truck had a little bit more weight to it, you know? Hello, Sarlacc. No, we're not coming for tea today. Thank you. Thank you for the offer, though. Well, actually, if the Sarlacc was offering me tea, I would pretty much just willingly walk into it. Honestly, a Sarlacc needs to evolve to use tea as a lure. Some plants use the smell of corpses to lure insects. If you want to lure an Aavak, though, you've got to use the smell of tea. And at that point, you practically are a tea plant, which is great, because then I will just eat you. Evolution. From hunter to hunted. Titanium. Don't really want that right now. Let's spin around, please, without going into any Sarlacc pits. Magnetite, that would be useful, but I'm really looking for Letherite right now. Anything back here? No, no Letherite. Really? Resin? Okay, now this is worth me leaving a beacon for. If only I'd collected any bloody compound. Or a dirt biome. I'm just waiting for one of these rocks to cause the truck to bounce in an awkward way and straight into a Sarlacc pit. Just waiting for it. Wait. Hi there. I think I know what you are. Yes, glorious. Perfect. Exactly what we needed. And once we've got a trade depot, then all of these nodes are going to be super important to me. Because I'm going to have to come down here and gather it all up so that we can smelt it and then trade for other things. But given that there's such an abundance of items that, like titanium and the likes around, and coal for that matter, so much coal, I don't think we're actually going to be using it to gather things like titanium or the high tier stuff. We're going to be using high tier things to gather resin, more than likely. Let's start loading this up, shall we? Let's pop those for there. Got full batteries still, so we don't need to worry about that. Yeah, we'll continue just to load this up completely. There we go. We even gather more coal if we absolutely wanted to. I don't, though, in this instance, but we could. There's still plenty over the base, so I don't think we need to. Okay, well, that's good enough for me. What else do we want, then? I mean, I wouldn't mind getting a little bit of titanium with us. Because that'll be a good initial trading resource, frankly. Please, no Sarlacc pits. Nope, nope, that's right. Just gently through the dangerous parts. There we go. Now then, let's grab a load of you. Oh, no, really? Ah, I can't mine this rock. To get all of this, I'm going to need a crane. Cunning. Very cunning. Well played, game. Got one there. I need a little bit more power. Alright, so I'm going to have to bring a crane down here with a drill head in order to get hold of all of that. Might be worth it. Might not be. We'll have to see. Still a fair bit that I can actually access around it, though. Which is good enough for now. A little bit down there as well. There we go, too. Good, 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 good. Right. Okay, let's head back, I think. We may... Well, there's a little bit of magnetite around here as well, so we might as well gather that while I'm here before we head on. I've not got much power over here. So, that being said, it's not terribly bad either. Just grab all of the... Am I saying magnetite? No, malachite. My lord. Am I draining from the... Yeah, I am draining from the vehicle's power source. That's good. No, we need this one as well, please. Can we get that? Yes, we can. What's down there, I wonder? Possibly death. Maybe possibly death. Very well. Got a little bit more that we can gather. Is there any more here? Tiny bit. Just want one more. On the verge of it. No? Ah, that's fine, I suppose. Okay, now, hopefully, let's reverse gingerly out of here. Now, there is a Sarlacc nearby, so I don't want to be too quick to move. At some point, I really am going to have to, for science, the Sarlacc pits in the truck. Just so that I know whether I do actually need to be this cautious around them. I can't see why I wouldn't need to be. Because the ultimate thing is, if my truck got into a Sarlacc pit, I mean, how am I going to get it back out? Even if the Sarlacc pit can't break the truck, it can break me when I go to get the truck. We've already for-scienced that bit quite adequately. Now, generally speaking, I'm steering with the mouse at this point. I'm not using A and D at all. It's just W and S and then mouse look. There we go. Oh, this is good. Little ramp. No, no, no. Sure. Actually, I could hook up to that. No, I prefer the idea of... Let me try and turn around a little bit more. Reverse. Yes! We will bridge the energy. How glorious. We have linked both sides. I'm super duper happy with this. Super duper happy. Now the power on the truck will go through. It'll all be great. Let's pop all of that over there. Start you up. I'm going to go ahead and pop a little bit of coal into the Jenny. Now that'll fill the power plant on the truck first. Let's get some more of you over there as well. There we go. And there we are. Everything is starting to fill up. This is grand. Right, aluminium. Let's get you over here, shall we? Can I even reach that far? Not easily. That's fine, that's fine. Now, how much did we need? Did we just need 2? I think it was. Bump. There we go. Sorted. Now then, I would like... Oh, we don't refine the titanium. Very well. We'll just keep that over there then. And then... Sure, go ahead. There's... Oh. Oh, wait. Ah, there is a problem. Didn't go anywhere. So we just wasted some malachite there. Because it had nowhere to go, but it continued smelting anyway. Rightio. We will remember this for the future. Go ahead and smelt. And there we are. So we've got a couple of copper, not as many as we should have had, but it'll do for now. Next up, what I would really like is some resin. Like, really badly need some resin, actually. So I'm going to go ahead, and I'm actually going to get rid of the titanium, straight up. I'm going to use that to get us a little bit of resin so that we can build other necessary things. Yep. Go ahead and get me some 8 resin, please. We don't need compound. We've got compound aplenty. Even though I haven't collected it, we do know what it is. And we have not even remotely emptied that reserve yet. Let's just continue to build this base out a little bit, you know, make it look nice. Can I just smooth this wall? I can. Fantastic. Let's do that. There we go. Loads of resin for days. I approve. Can I just have this? Thank you. No, come back. No, damn it. Always trying to sell my tools. I don't know why. There we go. So, we've got plenty of room to expand now. The next thing we really want is a printer, I would say. But where are we going to put said printer? We've got a couple of expansion options around here. It would not be too bad if we had this one. Expand out in a bit of an angle and then come forward. Yeah, sure. We'll make a little nook at the back here. So I'm going to once again try and smooth this out so that we've got a nice flat expansion. So that'll take me a few moments, and I'll bring you back when we're ready to start construction of the printer. Okay, now this one's going to be a bit of an interesting one. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to dig this down enough because it's going to be a super tight fit if I try to build this here. But let's see if we can get this one to reposition the way there we go. Now, the thing is the printer will be right back here. It's worth a try. Will that work? There we go. Ooh. That is janky. It's not something I'll ever do again, but it was interesting for science, if nothing else. Perhaps I can have, to be honest, a battery would probably be a good thing to go there, because you generally don't want to deal with the batteries once you place them. They're, you know, kind of fire and forget sort of things, you know? You build it, and then you don't really have a reason to interact with it any further. Let's just make sure that this is all nice and smoothed out if we can. That's good enough, I think. There we go. And a printer is what we need. So copper 1, copper 2, and there we go. We've got ourselves a printer. And maybe in the future we'll be able to make even more batteries. For now, I'll pop you there, shall we? There we go. That battery can just sit there and do good work for us. Now, what we would need is a little bit more power from our coal generator, I'm going to say. So let's go ahead and load you up, and then I'm going to have to go and gather some more power, I think. There we are. So this should quickly fill up our printer over here. Now, we're going to need some lithium to make the batteries. That will be a tricky one, but if we build a research station we should be able to gather it. So that is something that I'm quite likely going to be working on. Now, my plan for leaving this planet is that on each planet I go to, the things I bring along stay on that planet. So the winch is even going to stay here because I just frankly don't care about the winch. We're gonna leave that one behind for reasons other than the self-imposed house rules. But what I would like to do on each world is go there with the bare minimum that I need to set up, or you know, maybe the next one I'll go with a little bit more resin just to expedite the initial setup. But the idea would be that when we leave, we have to build all of the extra things, the power plants and all of that is going to go on the spaceship. We'll have to make the fuel on the planet as well. I might use a fuel condenser for that, but honestly there's enough hydrazine around and about in caves that I shouldn't have to worry too much. So we're probably going to want another coal generator, another solar power, maybe probably another battery at least, and then a storage just full of resin and compound to get us started, and then another small storage there as well. Probably, again, resin and compound as the primary things that we're going to be taking with us. And then we'll be heading off to the next world. But that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you've all enjoyed. Bit of a shorter one, honestly. I imagine with cuts, this will probably be one of the shorter ones that we've had. What on earth was that? Was it the sound of the generator? Yeah, it was. But I think that we've gone to a point where is a nice little cut-off point, honestly. So in the next episode, I'm likely going to build a roof over part of this base. We're going to have a kind of an indoors garage. We won't be building a roof over the spaceship or over the trade platform for obvious reasons. But I am probably going to have to try and step up from one of these nodes out to get to the top and have solar power up there. Alternatively, I could just have all the solar power on the spaceship. There's no particular reason not to. In fact, if I put it there now, it should activate. There we go. There we are. So we're getting power from solar as well. But that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed and will be joining me for the next. But until then, and as always, do take care.